never felt so good.
Hey there, welcome back. If you were around in the 70s, chances are you, or someone in your house, had at least one Avon item on the bathroom counter or tucked in a dresser drawer. Let's dive into 10 unforgettable Avon products from the 1970s that people loved to mock, until they ended up buying them all. Number 1. Sweet Honesty Cologne, 1973. Sweet Honesty was the scent of teenage innocence in the 70s. It came out in 1973, and if you were a young woman back then or had a sister who was, you definitely remember that soft, floral, powdery smell. Now at first, people rolled their eyes at it. It was seen as the starter perfume, something too sweet, too basic, too innocent. But let me tell you, those same folks who joked about it were the ones spritzing it before school dances. It came in all sorts of bottles over the years: standard sprays, tall glass decanters, and even animal-shaped novelty bottles. My sister had a little white lamb that held Sweet Honesty in it. The bottle was adorable, the scent was light and comforting, and the whole thing felt safe and dreamy. It became a rite of passage, your first real perfume, courtesy of Avon, and once you wore it, you understood the hype. Number 2. Novelty Soap on a Rope. Now this one got a few chuckles back in the day. Soap on a rope? My dad used to say it looked like a bar of soap was being held hostage. But every Christmas, guess what showed up in someone's stocking? That's right, soap on a rope shaped like a rugby ball, a Christmas tree, even a cowboy boot. It was one of those things people laughed about, right up until they used it. And Avon didn't stop there. They made soaps shaped like animals, flowers, even little children with bonnets and baskets, tiny lambs with bows, Easter bunnies, a pair of lovebirds nestled into a heart-shaped box. These weren't the kind of soaps you lathered up with. These were the kind you placed in a glass dish on the bathroom counter, the ones that looked too pretty to use. The scent was soft and familiar, like rose or honeysuckle, and the detail was surprisingly delicate, down to the curls on a cherub's head or the ribbon on a kitten's tail. They made the perfect little gifts, affordable, thoughtful, and wrapped in pastel boxes with gold trim. For a while there, it felt like every house had at least one, on the vanity, on a guest towel, tucked into a holiday gift basket. Avon had a way of turning the everyday, like soap, into something kind of special. Number 3. Solid Perfume Lockets and Brooches. This was another one folks teased until they saw how clever it really was. Avon released a whole collection of solid perfumes tucked into wearable jewelry. There were brooches shaped like owls, lockets shaped like daisies, even gold-toned compacts you could clip to your purse. These were designed for women, elegant pieces that added a touch of fragrance without the need to carry a bottle. My mom had a butterfly brooch that smelled like charisma. She'd dab her wrist with it in the middle of church or right before a PTA meeting. It was subtle, stylish, and totally unique to the 70s. And honestly, pretty genius. But Avon didn't stop there. They had something for the younger crowd too: pin pals. These were little plastic character pins for kids, filled with solid perfume on the back. You'd see gingerbread men at Christmas, bunnies at Easter, even a tiny scarecrow come fall. Girls could wear them on their jackets or backpacks, and they'd smell sweet all day. It was a fun, playful version of what the grown-ups were doing. And if you were lucky enough to get one in your stocking, you held onto it like treasure. Number 4. Skin So Soft Bath Oil, Original, 1961.
The world's largest beauty company brings you Skin So Soft, the #1 floating bath oil in America.
Technically, this one came out in the 60s, but it really hit its stride in the 70s, and it's still around today for a reason. Skin So Soft was advertised as a luxurious bath oil that left your skin soft and lightly scented, and it delivered. The scent was subtle, clean, and comforting, and the way it left your skin feeling? Smooth, nourished, and touchable. Somewhere along the way, folks discovered an unexpected bonus. It also kept the bugs away. Word spread fast. Whether you were fishing at the lake, camping in the woods, or just spending an evening on the porch, someone would always have a bottle on hand. Avon didn't need to make big claims. People already knew. By the mid-70s, Skin So Soft was more than just a beauty product. It was a staple. Number 5. Avon's Small World Dolls. Now, if you grew up in the 70s or had a sister who did, there's a good chance you remember Avon's Small World dolls. These weren't just toys. They were part fragrance, part figurine, and part cultural time capsule. Each doll represented a different country. You had the Dutch girl in her little wooden shoes, a Japanese doll in a printed kimono, even a Scottish lass with a tartan sash and bonnet. Their outfits were surprisingly detailed for something that came from a beauty company catalog, and every doll had a twist, literally. Their heads unscrewed to reveal a tiny bottle of perfume hidden inside. They stood about 5 or 6 inches tall, made of porcelain or resin depending on the edition, and they weren't really meant for play. They were meant for display, usually on a bedroom shelf, right next to the jewelry box or that bottle of sweet honesty. Some girls collected them like others collected Barbies or paper dolls. And let's be honest, moms were fans too. These little Avon ladies weren't just for kids. They were part of that larger Avon trend of turning everything, literally everything, into a fragrance container. But this one had heart. These dolls weren't trying to be trendy or flashy. They were sweet, thoughtful, a little slice of far-off places brought home through the Avon catalog. And like a lot of Avon's best ideas, they weren't just about the scent. They were about the feeling, the ritual, the joy of unboxing something small, personal, and made just for you. Take a quick pause and click on this awesome button called subscribe so we can stay connected. It will also encourage me to share many more 70s treasures like the one you're watching right now. Thanks. Number 6. Berry Nice Lip Gloss Duo 1970s. This one was a favorite of the teen girls in my neighborhood. Avon made a lip gloss duo called Berry Nice, and it came in a compact with 2 flavors, strawberry cream and fresh strawberry. The packaging was pink and playful, and the gloss smelled good enough to eat. It was meant for younger girls, sure, but that didn't make it any less special. Girls would find it tucked into purses, backpacks, even school lockers. It was fun, affordable, and a little bit glamorous in its own way. One swipe and your lips were shiny, sweet, and perfectly in step with the times. And truth be told, it wasn't just the teens using it. More than a few moms kept one for themselves, even if they didn't say it out loud. Number 7. Cat-shaped perfume bottles. Now here's where Avon got wild with the packaging. They made perfume bottles shaped like cats. Frosted glass, sometimes with gem eyes or painted bows. One had topaz cologne in it. Another had sweet honesty. These bottles looked more like collectibles than beauty products. Not everyone understood it at first. A perfume bottle shaped like a cat? It was different. But that was part of the appeal. For cat lovers, it was the perfect mix of fragrance and personality. My aunt had a whole row of them on her windowsill, each one a little different, like her own parade of perfume guardians. She wasn't the only one either. Those bottles became collectibles almost overnight. Number 8. Rapture Dusting Powder. Let's talk glamour for a second. Dusting powder sounds old-fashioned now, but in the 70s, it was elegance in a tin. Avon's Rapture Dusting Powder came in a beautiful sky blue container with white lovebirds on the lid. The puff was huge, fluffy, and perfect for patting on after a bath. Sure, powder wasn't the flashiest product on the shelf, but it had a quiet kind of elegance. The moment you opened that tin and caught that soft floral scent, something about it just felt complete. My grandma kept one on her vanity for as long as I can remember. She'd pat a little on her shoulders before bed like it was part of getting dressed, even if she was only putting on a housecoat. Number 9. Avon Chess Set Decanters 1971 to 72. This one was for the dads, or maybe just the collectors. Avon came out with an entire chess set where every piece was a decanter. Kings and queens, bishops, pawns, you name it. Each piece held aftershave or cologne. One of them even had hair tonic. Now, people definitely laughed at this one. Perfume in a chess set? Come on. But the collectors jumped on it. It was quirky, clever, and oddly classy. It was a conversation starter, and once you saw how detailed the pieces were, you couldn't help but admire it. Number 10. Avon Fashion Jewelry, 1970s. By the mid-70s, Avon was more than just beauty products. They were making jewelry, too. Birthstone rings, cameo pendants, charm bracelets, you name it. The jokes came fast. What's next? Avon engagement rings. But the truth is, their jewelry was surprisingly good quality for the price. My mom had a zodiac pendant she wore constantly, and one of my cousins collected every birthstone ring they made. Avon knew how to make it feel special. The catalog gave you options, and the designs were classic with just enough sparkle. Once people realized it didn't turn your finger green and looked great, they stopped laughing and started ordering. So there you have it, 10 Avon products from the 1970s that people mocked, until they fell head over heels for them. Whether it was a lamp-shaped perfume bottle or soap dangling from a rope, Avon knew how to mix practicality with charm. And even if you didn't buy it back then, chances are you saw it on someone's dresser, in someone's bathroom, or under someone's Christmas tree. Which of these do you remember most? Drop a comment, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you more of these groovy throwbacks. Until next time, smell sweet, stay nostalgic, and maybe go find that old sweet honesty bottle. I bet it still smells just like 1973.